we go. Hi, and welcome back to Spirit Lounge. Hope you guys are doing really well and enjoying the video so far. We're going to continue into Samyutta Nikaya today, and we've got quite a few videos to get through to, so we're going to go jump straight into the next Samyutta that we're going through. This again is a collection of just one. It's the Nidana Samyutta, which is quite lengthy on its own, so this was dedicated to one PowerPoint slide deck on its own. So let's continue through this. Okay, so the Nidana Samyutta. Again, the Samyutta Nikaya contains the sermons and discourses of the Buddha, contained mainly his and also other disciples. But we're going through the Samyutta Nikaya, which is one of the three of the five Nikayas in the Sutta Pitaka. The Nidana Samyutta, the Buddha Vagga, on dependent origin. The 12 Nidanas, which are causes, is ignorance begets karma formations. Remember we went through this on a previous slide deck. So ignorance is karma formations, negative or positive, or merit or demerit. Karma begets consciousness, awakening consciousness or non-awakening consciousness. Consciousness begets mind and body, awakening or attachments to mind and body, or awakening beyond mind, name and form. Begets six senses, which is the five senses in mind. The begets contact, which is contact with the material or the non-material. It's the collision of senses with objects. And you could also interpret this in the spiritual sense on the spiritual journey with non-material objects, i.e., spiritual, esoteric, energetic essence and sensation. Contacts begets feelings. This could be ascending feelings or feelings of material realm, registering the contacts through our sensories, which furthermore begets craving. So this is talking about the attachment and the cycle to continual attachment to craving of the material realm. But also we could flip it on its head, and if we talk about spiritual reality, it could be registering the contact with the spiritual realm and craving further and further enlightenment and knowing and expansion. For more contact begets clinging to spirituality of the material realm, begets being, which is new karma leading to rebirth, or merit leading to hopefully a cycle of non-rebirth. Begets being begets birth, of course, if you're attached to being. Birth begets decay, which is the ultimate death, which begets suffering, cessation of ignorance, cessation of karma, leading to cessation of consciousness, cessation of mind and body, leading to cessation of six senses, cessation of feelings, to the cessation of craving, to the cessation of being, cessation of birth, and cessation of decay and death, and leads to the cessation of suffering, which is again, as I said, is the opposite of the cessation to further and further suffering and attachment. The 12 Nidanas, which is the causes, all of this begets suffering, which is a shortened life expectancy, birth and physical manifestation of matter, worldly feelings, physical existence, mental existence. Mind is feelings and perception, cognition. Body is composed of earth, fire, water, and air. On consciousness of ear, eye, nose, tongue, body, and mind, which is also consciousness. Awareness of existence, wrong way to be aware of existence, which is effectively saying these preceding things are material, matter, worldly things that we should be moving away from. The Vipassana, on dependent origination as discovered by the Buddha Vipassana. On suffering, so we're going to go through what the different Buddhas. On suffering, on death and decay, on birth, on being, on clinging, on craving, on feelings, on contact, on the six senses, on name and matter, on consciousness, on karma formations, on ignorance, on the cessation of death and decay, on the cessation of birth, on the cessation of death and decay, on the cessation of birth, on the cessation of being, on the cessation of clinging, on the cessation of craving, on the cessation of feelings, on the cessation of contact, on the cessation of the six senses, on the cessation of name and matter, on the cessation of consciousness, on the cessation of karma formations, on the cessation of ignorance, and on the cessation of suffering. Again, this is a repeating of what we've just discussed in the previous slide. It's telling you the opposite of contact and attachment to the worldly things, and then the opposite movement when you have a cessation of those worldly things. And furthermore, on dependent origination as discovered by the Buddha Sikhi. On dependent origination as discovered by the Buddha Vesabhu. On dependent origination as discovered by the Buddha Konagama. On this origination as discovered by the Buddha Gautama. So this is talking about the various incarnations of Buddha. Okay, the Ahara Vagga. On the four elements that support the born and unborn is food, contact, thought, and consciousness, which is mind. On clinging, leading to being, leading to all suffering, to all of suffering. On those who do not know about dependent origination not being of the Buddha's order. Regarding suffering, it is brought about one's own self, others, both, neither, or by no cause. On views that lead to the false doctrine of eternalism. This is the philosophical theory which takes the view that all points in time are equally real, as opposed to the presentism philosophy of time, idea that only the present is real. Well, I would say eternalism is more the case that everything is in the now, so everything is in the real. Maybe not in perceived reality in our moment, but everything is in the now because there is no time. There's timelessness in the state of grace. False doctrine of nihilism and annihilation. On the true, I agree with that. Nihilism says there's nothing before or after, and when you're dead, everything's gone. On the true origination of suffering and dependent origination, applies equally to the foolish and to the wise. On a lack of understanding of dependent origination and failure to live a holy life. The fool of rebirth, the holy life as a way to free the wise from the cycle of decay, death and rebirth. On cause and effect, because of this, that arises. In other words, cause and effect, karma. You do this, that arises. On the impermanence of decay and death, birth being karma formations and ignorance. Again, these are familiar terms to us and familiar meanings from previous chapters and previous passages. The Harvagga, again, I think we read this again, I've just repeated it twice, we won't go through there, we'll just continue. The Kala Rakhatiya Vagga. On primary characteristics of a person who has understood and is qualified to teach the Buddha's teachings. They recognize birth for what it really is, i.e. suffering, and so seek the cessation of their own future births. Destruction of the substratum, all of the elements of dependent origin which support birth. In other words, it's taking the destruction or the cessation of those attachments that we've gone through before. Without birth, there is no decay and death. With effort, wrong view on decay and death is destroyed, diminished, weakened, and ended. Birth is the result of being, the impermanence of life and the body, on bodies as the inevitable outcome of past karma, on the basic tenets of dependent origination. With this cause, there is this outcome. Of course, this is cause and effect. When this occurs, this happens. When this cause does not occur, this outcome does not occur. When the does not occur, this does not happen. On ignorance as the source of all suffering, and with the cessation of ignorance, there is the cessation of suffering. On the intentionality, purified mind, on one beyond consciousness, leading to the cessation of all suffering. On arms and cognition, filling the mind with consciousness. On the absence of aim and cognition, not filling the mind. Intentionally or unintentionally impure mind, which leads to suffering. On the intentionally purified mind, leading to a cessation of suffering. I think these things explain themselves, and if you wish to pause the video and read that again, feel free to do so. The Gahapati Vagga, the 5 fears, 5 moral precepts, which are: do not kill, steal, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxication. There are many, many more, of course, in our model world we could add to this list. 4 factors of the stream winner. The stream winner, what is the stream winner? Is something that comes up on and on, over and over. This is someone who is going towards the release from the cycle of rebirth. This is the stream winner. The stream of awareness, stream of growth, the energetic stream of expansion into grace. Steadfast, that person is one who is steadfast, has steadfast faith in the Buddha, steadfast faith in the Buddha's teaching, faith in the community of monks, is virtuous, dependent origin, understands the dependent origin that keeps them here and has a cessation of it, is mastering the 5 fears, which is killing, stealing, misconduct, lying, and intoxication, and many, many more. And the 4 factors of the stream winner. Okay, the dukkha vagga. On dispelling ignorance and freedom from clinging by being beyond seeking merit and demerit. This is seeking beyond the need of the karma formations or dependent of karma. Knowing they are impermanent, on fetters, on the flourishing of cravings, who relish their fetters, on craving as grasping, grasping as being as birth, birth as the cause of decay, death and suffering. Again, this is the cycle it's described. On the dangers of taking pleasure in the fetters of worldly pleasures and worldly things. The Mahavagga. On the unlikelihood of the ordinary, uneducated person observing the impermanence of existence and therefore seeking release from suffering. Well, this is true. Most of humanity could be regarded here as this ordinary description, where they are not engaged in anything but the worldly things, worldly distractions and concentrations, and they do not lead themselves to the release from the cycle of rebirth. So therefore they will never observe it. On the certainty of a noble, uneducated person, understanding dependent origin, to follow the path that leads to the cessation of suffering. Well, that's just someone who's seeking and has decided to pursue the path. On the question, do enlightened ones again attain special spiritual powers and perform wonders? On answering the question regarding wonders, no enlightened ones do not perform such wonders. On wonders as false attainments and enlightenment. On the past, future and present impermanence of matter, the self, pleasure, feelings, consciousness, karma formations. On dependent origin, the 12 Nidanas, ignorance leading to karma formations, leading to consciousness, leading to mind and body, leading to senses, leading to contact through those senses, leading to sensations and then leading to the clinging, craving of those sensations and therefore to the clinging of them, leading to becoming and leading to birth, and leading to decay and death and cycle over and over again. This is the Masala Brahmin of Kampaka. On Susima's, who is the Masala Brahmin of Kampaka, confession that he intended to steal the Buddha's doctrine. He says here, we'll go back to one thing here, on wonders. What are wonders? Well, the Buddha dismissed all practice of wonders. And this even meant pursuing and demonstrating his psychical and mediumship abilities developed through his intense meditation and releasing from worldly self into the divine self. He dismissed all of this and didn't see it, and didn't say he did any wonders. Well, apparently he was apparently in some literature he did. The Christ was also healing through the power of grace and energetic healing, spirit healing through movement of energy, which is regarded as felt as heat or another, and healing. So wonders are part. You can what is wonder? It's something outside of the 5 senses and the mind, is it not? So therefore, it is real. Anything that can be practiced, psychical abilities, practice is wonder. Highly intuitive abilities is wonder. Mediumship, being able to understand and connect to past imprints of life in this universal realm, is wonder. Energetic healing, alternative healing through energy is wonder. Reiki is another form, is wonder. So yes, there are expressions and we do them. It's not to be dismissed. So again, thank you for listening. The second coming is always you, will always be, and make it transformative. We say this over and over again. I repeat it all the time for a purpose, because it means something, it matters. Transformative spirituality is something we must pursue, and the change has to be yourself. This world is not going to change unless we change ourselves and translate that spiritual movement in our actions, words, thoughts, and intentions. Again, thank you again for listening to this. I truly appreciate it. Your time is a blessing. Your comments are a blessing. And let me know what you think and what you feel, and if this is helping. And anything else that you'd like me to look at, because I have other literature and scripture and doctrine which I want to focus on coming from the end of this. If there's anything that you'd like me to go through that is important to you, any questions you ask, please pass them through on any of the comments or on any of the videos on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble and BitChute, where they are also placed. Facebook and YouTube keep up to date. Rumble and BitChute I have to upload later. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you all, and take care until next time.